Good morning. This is Marty over at Excellence in Education Resource Center in Monrovia, California. And this is another Meet the Teacher video that we've been doing with all our teachers, at least those who want to. And today, you have the privilege of meeting Miss Terri Reyes, who's going to be part of our staff this year. And this class we're talking about today will be economics. The most feared class outside of biology and calculus.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too exciting, but fear not.
And tell me, why should I fear not?
Because this is not going to be very like humdrum statistics kind of. It's going to be more of like the understanding the backstage of how an economy works, because we're going to be learning about different types of economies.
Especially now with this election coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, really, this election is about economic theology. It's two different styles of economic models that are being battling for that top spot in DC.
Yeah.
So tell me about your class. How do you run it?
It's very hands-on, very I teach it in a way where it's relevant to the student, it's relevant to today. So they're not, it's not like, outdated book or anything that we're using. If they're things that they're going to be able to relate to. So they're going to actually get firsthand experience of being part of different economies. And so I really want them to see how it works, why it works, understanding the principles of economics. Good. They'll get to just, like I said, experience firsthand what it's like to reap what you sow. So basically, what it feels like to be able to be in control and profit, and what it feels like to not have that control and have the government be in control. So most of the time when I run these types of activities, when they're in a command economy where they don't get a say, they don't get like a profit, it's funny to see when the students they're not very happy when they're in that kind of economy.
Yes. So you're going to be covering basic differences between free market, socialism, communism, and other things in between. And then once you get through the macro, then we'll get more micro in respect to free market, competition. Government printing of money, which causes inflation.
Yes.
So that's going to be great. And again, with this election year, what a time for your high schooler to be learning about economics.
Yeah, it'll help them to understand, if they're following along, they'll have a better foundation of, how it impacts our economy, how it impacts their day-to-day living, if they're working, if their family members are working, how that might impact them. We'll go into taxes as well. If time permits, we do also go into a little bit of financial literacy as well. So because that's so important. So, I know we're kind of limited on time and we only meet once a week, but I do like to incorporate that. So that way they know they're ready outside of high school. When they start working, you guys will be able to learn how to budget, just be well read with, credit, how to use credit wisely.
So your class will be primarily econ with an introduction to personal finance as well.
Yeah, because they kind of go hand in hand. So I don't want them to go out into the real world after high school life, not really getting their groundings.
Well, awesome. And the textbook, you have your textbook with you?
This is they obviously update they update it every few years, but this is basically the one that we're going to be using. I got this one off Amazon. So they do some updates to it, but this is basically the one that we use if you want to get it used. But I also will have the newest edition digital. So if it's like a family that likes to travel a lot, then this is probably too clunky. You don't want to bring this along. Then we'll have something easily accessible with a device. And that will be, again, the newest edition online.
That's a good question now. Let's say that your family does, not your family, but your student's family travels. Like when my girls were growing up, I traveled a lot for business and I took them with me. How do you handle that missed meeting?
Well, again, everything is available online. I'll have, the content that we're covering the week that week or weeks that they missed that. And then, of course, we'll just communicate online, and I'll have something. I mean, they might not be there to do like hands-on activity, but they'll still get the gist of the concept that we're learning. So everything's available. The only thing that would be missing is just participating in whatever activity we do.
Well, that's great, because a lot of teachers don't have that backup, if you would. And primarily it's a hands-on class. Attendance is highly recommended. But if you have that ski trip in February, whatever, you miss one class, it's not going to be a big problem.
Yeah, we want to be careful. Flexible. And that's the whole point of homeschooling is we don't want to marry you to your seat in the classroom. We want that involvement, but we also want that flexibility to still make it work with their lifestyle.
I love it. Since EIE is the home of homeschool freedom, and we tend to throw away the school at home mentality because it's too confining. And Miss Terri here is going to be a fantastic example of homeschool freedom from the professor side, if you would. And she understands because she is an active homeschool parent, so she will understand you parents much better than some teachers who are not in the game. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Terri.
You're welcome.
What an exciting year coming up.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to popping my head in and seeing how you do. And I learn from the teachers as well. So very good. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, go to my website, excellenceineducationhomeschooling.com. Sign up for Miss Terri's econ and government classes. Each class is one semester only, and it does satisfy graduation requirement. Okay, until then, till we see you at the next video, have a great day. Bye now.
Bye.